Hello, everybody watching this. My name's Carmen. I'm the DM for the Naruto campaign. Well, using the Sasuke 5e system. Unfortunately, we did record an entire episode the day previous, but Bluetooth headsets are a little finicky with audio picking up, so unfortunately that episode will remain unreleased, so I'll be giving a little recap. I already introduced myself as the DM, as I will ask my other players to please speak their minds.
Carrying on then. Hello. My name is Bywar. I play Hunter Nin in this campaign, Arda Mizutani. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Coolio. I am Boss Man, or just Boss. I'm currently playing our lovable weapon specialist, and I currently play the character Yoshi Yamada.
Excuse me. My name is Kelly, and I play Tomiko in this campaign, which is your lovable healer.
And I am, of course, the lovable DM, dealing with these ragtag dysfunctional group of 4 players, which are
You
unfortunately...
skip these.
Yeah.
You totally skipped me, but
Oh,
that's fine.
my bad.
That's
My
fine.
bad. My bad. My bad.
No. I get it. I don't exist.
Speaketh. Indeed.
Okay. So my name is either Dr. Lee or Deus, either or, doesn't matter. And I'm gonna be playing Kitagawa Suzume, the also Hunter Nen, but I specialize in summoning and clones.
Same thing as me.
Oh no.
You're not the same person, we swear.
Yeah, I know.
We swear. Wonderful.
Totally not copy and pastes.
Oh.
Wonderful. To recap what our listeners and, session watchers will unfortunately be missing is, of course, the entirety of the last session, the session 0, during which Suzume, Kitagawa Suzume, Yuyoshi Yamada, and Tamako all ended up taking the Genin exams. The Genin exams for the great and grand village known as the Village Hidden in the Mist. A bit of background about this world. This is coming right off the hightails of the Third Shinobi World War, where the Mist Village, unfortunately, with its 2 other allies, lost and were ultimately left to submit to the Leaf in the Sand Village. So they're quite bitter about that. As such, compared to the previous Academy years where they'd have a group of Genin fight to the death to see who was the strongest one would become a Genin, they are deciding to implement the Leaf Village Academy system with their own slight twist. These exceptional fine group of Genin managed to pass the first practical, that would be the Ninja Tools practical. However, when it came to their academic intelligence, it was, shoddy at best, as seen by our lovable weapons spec, Yuyoshi himself, just putting no and D on every answer.
No, it's no.
The supposed smart one, Kitagawa, also choked, not answering a single question on the test, out of 60 questions, and somehow both of them were beat by the more animalistic Tamako. This was, of course, proven true when, for their final test, a survival capabilities test, they had a pack of summoned hounds go up to attack them. And, Tamako instantly sprinted. Kitagawa and Yuyoshi did not share the same initiative as their rudimentary comrade had, and decided to fight the dogs to varying degrees of success, and by that I mean Yuyoshi had an entire chunk of him ripped out. Of course, by sheer miracle, the 3 of them managed to pass the test with no casualties, thankfully, and they're now getting placed within their squads. I believe it was Squad 2?
I thought we were squad like 14, like the last.
I think
I thought we were the last one.
We're some number.
14.
Yeah, we're squad 14.
I'm pretty sure we were 14.
I believe. Okay, Squad 14 here had a special guest, a permanent guest. They would be a squad of 4 instead of a squad of 3, led by a Jonin sensei, of course, which they will be joined by Arata Mizutani, who is the only remnant of their... I'm pretty sure your character is a he, right?
I am he.
His own, rudimentary Guinea cell after the survival test didn't go quite as planned. And so, the 4 of them were assigned a sensei who only put his moniker as warm water. And that's it. No, none of that, no interesting qualities, just warm water. Not even the Chunin leading the academy could understand what kind of moniker that was. The 4 of you are left alone in the classroom as you guys observe the rest of the Guinea cells sort of filter out as their Jonin senseis, in a rather punctual manner, will leave and come to collect their students. You guys are left there, the day waning into mid-afternoon, as your headbands, wherever you guys have decided to place them, and your info cards, remember, don't lose them, have all decided to grown itchy with anticipation. The Chunin, who's proctoring the academy, said, you guys are not my problem anymore. And he simply walks out the door, leaving you guys alone with your thoughts. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Is our Jonin sensei just like not here?
He's not here yet.
I'll probably say that Yoshi would kind of just go to one of the academy chairs and just kind of pull it out and sit there as he waits.
The sound of the scraping of the chair against the wooden floors permeates around the entire area, as that is the only sound that any of you can hear. At least for the time being. You guys are left alone. Left alone, again with your thoughts, as the clock reads around 1 p.m., or 1300 hours, with no sign of your sensei. You guys are rather bored.
Not Tamako. I'm munching down on a nice kunai.
The sound of teeth clattering against metal alerts the rest of Squad 14 to see Tamako, munching on the kunai. It seems the animalistic one has gotten very bored.
I'm going to look at them before turning to the rest of the group and just... Do they normally do that?
We
They've
don't
done it
know.
like 2-3 other times from now.
I mean, yeah, I would hope it's not normal for them, but it probably is.
That can't be healthy.
Well, worst case scenario, their teeth get messed up, but as like the kind of like the munching keeps going on, I doubt that's a problem at this point.
Tamako is looking directly all at you as she is doing it.
Well,
As you guys talk to... She can hear everything.
yeah, naturally. What I'll do is I'll hit the most unnecessary backflip ever, landing on the back rest.
Miles Morales?
Yes, Miles Morales.
What's up,
As
Danger?
I'll land up on the backrest of a chair, and as I did before when I first appeared, and I'll just like stand there, sort of meditating while standing.
I guess looking over Kitagawa, I'll kind of just like look over you. I'll kind of shrug a little bit, as I'll then kind of continue to sit there, but I'll kind of have my like face resting on my fist.
This...
I guess I'm just gonna sleep at like one of the desks.
With you guys all being left to your own vices and not really establishing a similar repertoire amongst yourselves, the room grows stale before the door opens up as a rather plain-looking man, not even wearing a Jonin jacket, and with his headband sort of crooked, he straightens his hair a bit before going, "Dang. Why did I even agree to teach a bunch of kids? No matter. I've seen worse. He'll straighten himself out before stretching. Are you guys Squad 14?
Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, sorry I'm late. My name is... He's gonna stop himself before straightening himself out. You know what? Actually, you guys will get to know my name after you introduce yourselves. Why don't I take you guys to a barbecue place? My treat.
I think I like this
Tomoko's
guy
gonna
already.
she's gonna instantly perk up as soon as she hears that.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
immediately be next to the door as I'll like just body flicker over.
Impressive
Well,
speed
you're
for a
speaking my
Guinea.
language.
Impressive speed for a
Oh, that's
Guinea.
my whole thing.
But not as impressive as mine, as he's gonna hold up your info cards between his fingers. He moved in a blink of the... without any of you guys registering, as he's gonna hand them all back to you. Sorry, it's just a trick I picked up. I'm not exactly the fastest Jonin, but I am still a Jonin. But of course,
I'm glad to learn your techniques then.
it seems you and I will be getting along very well then, as he's going to sort of scratch his nose. Come now, follow me. I'll take you over to the barbecue place. I already got a reservation. Although, I only got it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I did come prepared. Alright, I got it for the perfect amount. So come on, you four.
Do we get our info cards back, or are you gonna hold on to them?
Check your
He
pocket.
said he gave him back.
Oh,
You
fucking
check
what?
my-
Why do you do that? Anyways, should I guess?
As he's going to follow, you're going to see a rather small bag, almost like a book bag, a standard, teaching bag, is going to be adorned along his waist. As he's carrying it, the clatter of books and other things like pencils, kunais, and shurikens can be heard. As he'll lead you into the barbecue place. He'll walk over to the receptionist and discuss his reservation. She'll nod her head before leading you guys over. You guys will sit down at a booth in a private room, actually, as there's going to be a small menu and a piece of paper. This is an all-you-can-eat barbecue that only costs him about 2,000 Rio. 100 per get.
Per?
Yep.
Did I just hear an all you can eat?
All you can eat Miss-style barbecue. You're gonna see options such as soy garlic pork belly, sausage, beef bulgogi, yakiniku stew, chicken, and other various meat options, including a rather large Wagyu steak option.
Ooh.
That's gotta be expensive.
That's crazy. A Wagyu for all you can eat.
Yeah,
That's gotta be
Is that
so
the most
expensive.
expensive option?
so he paid for the more expensive option because, in actuality, the barbecue place is only 50 Rio per person. But he believed, your sensei, from what you gathered, believed that each and every one of you are important in your own special way. So why doesn't he make the best impression for his students? He did show up a little late after all.
I suppose. I'm gonna be so honest. Yoshi's most definitely gonna just buy the most expensive meats.
Alright.
If Wagyu's the most expensive option, he's gonna get like 4 of those.
I mean, it probably would be.
There's also a little stand where you can build your own sauces.
What?
Yep. There's also another buffet option adorned with various cakes, candies, pineapple, kimchi, bean
Yeah,
sprouts,
huh.
whatever you can think of, including fried chicken katsu. Pre-made, pre-sauced.
Yeep.
And even the special option, crab legs. And yes, it's all you can eat. The only caveat, you guys can only stay here for around 3 hours. Your sensei will explain, a sort of smile on his face. As the waitress walks over, he simply puts his hand up, and the waitress will nod her hand before looking at all of you. Oh, these must be your students. You didn't tell me you were bringing along guests. Your sensei will nod his head before putting his hand up in a sort of like, just get me the usual drink method. As she'll nod. What can I get you guys started for? Meat-wise, drink-wise, and side-wise. Your sensei here did order the most expensive options. As I will send each of you a menu.
Who wants to order first, by the way?
Let's see that menu. Let's see what we can pick from.
I'm gonna hope they have scallops.
You know what's funny? I do actually have an actual menu here.
Ain't no way.
Let's get those choices rolled out, huh?
Yep. If you turn your
Clean the
attention,
place out. Clean the place out.
by expensive, I could get any one of these orders for $30.
Damn. Yeah, expensive.
There we go. If you turn your attention to the main chat, the menu options are all there.
Damn, we got options.
You guys got a lot of options.
You said you went here the other day?
Yeah.
Yeesh. All right. Let's
Oh, and here's the drink menu, because I couldn't send it all at once. You know.
get cracking at this then. Who wants to? I think we're all gonna take like a few, to see our orders, and then we're
I
gonna.
mean, out of all these, do you know which one's the most expensive?
Oh my god.
I can actually answer that.
Let me.
Believe it or not, it is the short rib.
Huh.
Huh.
But of course, it's only most expensive in the fact that if you went there as a sit-down restaurant, it wouldn't be ordered. Here,
And we're doing the barbecue stuff, right?
you're doing the
So,
barbecue stuff.
things like brisket, hanging steak, stuff like that.
Technically get anything, but yeah.
Yeah,
mostly
you can get anything. Since your sensei had already paid for everything prior, it's all you can eat. It's an all you can eat style place.
Tamako is gonna rip the menu out, and she's almost gonna almost climb onto the table and begin to point, hold up the menu to the waitress and point at what she wants,
And what would that be?
which is gonna be the K-pot steak.
The waitress will nod her head, writing down. And what can I get you to drink for you, ma'am? You are drinking age now that you're beginning, of course. Judging by your headband.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Wait, I forgot that's how that works.
Old enough to kill, old enough to drink.
Damn.
Tamako is actually just gonna turn her head like a confused dog at her.
Just get her the water, as your sensei will pull you off the table before you can step on the gradually heating up grill placed in the center.
Yeah, Tamako's gonna quickly scurry off the table.
Well,
I guess I'll order next.
go for it.
So I'm gonna get the prime brisket with a little bit of sweet potatoes, zucchini, and some eggplant.
The waitress will nod her head. And to drink?
The hot sake.
She'll nod her head. Interesting choice. As she'll turn over to look at whomever will go next.
Going next.
I'm gonna go fire when we go next.
I would prefer you go. I'm still deciding.
Okay. So, we're just gonna look up. One on one. I want to get the short rib. In addition to that, I also want to get the blue lagoon. Yeah.
The Blue
not?
Lagoon?
Yeah.
Excellent choice, sir. And for you, mister,
I'll take a second, as then I'll look up. Can we also get ingredients for the hot pot, if that's okay?
that's gonna be a surcharge of around, 45 Rio? Is that alright?
I'll look toward the sensei.
He'll nod his head, going, yes, it's alright. If you mind preparing the hot pot setup, too? The waitress nods, doing so. You'll see a bit of chakra threads form as the center of the table will morph down into a sort of stove. As she'll go, and what soup bases would you like for the hot pot?
Is there a list of soup bases that you guys carry?
Yes, we do. She'll pull out. She'll point to the menu, sort of flipping the pages.
Oh, wonderful. I'll look at them before deciding on the mushroom soup.
She'll nod her head. Perfect. And to drink?
Let's see. I think to drink I'll go with pineapple painkiller.
Excellent
And then
choice.
for the ingredients, could I get some shiitake mushrooms,
Shiitake
some
mushrooms,
king oyster mushrooms as well,
king oyster.
and then some white mushroom, and then some Kobe beef. It's like the meat option.
Perfect.
And that will be all for me. Thank you.
She'll nod her head before going. Your drinks will be out first. Your meat will come out shortly after. And if you guys want to order more food, she'll sort of place down a bell. Ring that bell twice. Remember, this is an all-you-can-eat place. And I'll have your fries ready. She's about to say your sensei's name before he puts his hand to his mouth in a sort of shushing motion. She'll nod her head. Right, okay. As she'll wander off. As she does that, your sensei goes, well, I'm glad you guys seem happy enough. As he's internally gonna shudder as he has to spend another 45 Rio. He's not hurting for cash, but, you know, it's still pretty expensive. Especially now that he won't
Oh.
get standard Jonin pay.
I'll nod to him, as I'll say, thanks for covering the 45. I'd rather not eat too much just in case something needs to, or some sort of situation comes up. I don't want to be too full.
Oh, of course. That is rather smart. Smart of you. However, I assure you there is no funny business going on today. I got here late. It's already late in the day. If I was gonna test you guys, I would do it in the morning. I'm merely here to meet you guys and reach out to you guys as, at first, a teacher, but also as a father figure and a mentor. So, what are your... I would like to get to know you. What are your likes, your goals, your dislikes, what you like to do, your name and such. As you can stare around the table. Oh, I usually go last anyways. I was a part of the mob group of shinobi during the war. Nothing's changed from then. Your sensei will chuckle to himself.
Who wants to go first here, boys?
Let's do it the exact same way we've been doing it.
Yeah.
You first.
Okay. Guess I'm always going first. Fine. Sure. I guess as we're waiting for the food, I'll accept this invitation to introduce myself. As I'll point to myself. My name is Arata Mizutani. You might know me if you're familiar with the bandits that used to roam this area. Specifically, from my reputation. I used to work as a bandit, so I got a bit of a moniker. Specifically, they called me the Sonic Bandit because of my overwhelming speed. As I say this, I look quite proud of myself. But I've decided that it's time I refine my skills further. So I've decided to join as a ninja.
So let's see. Arrogant Speedster went first. How about Animal Girl? As she'll point over to Tomoko.
She's just gonna kind of look around the table and just kind of stare directly at the sensei.
Not much of a talker, huh? You'll be a tough nut
She's
to
gonna.
crack.
Oh, sorry.
You'll be a tough nut to crack, as he's going to actually pat Tomoko's head. You said there was a girl in my squad who was rather similar. You can take your time before opening up. I don't mind. I just want you to know that you are safe. I promise. I hope I'll teach you well.
I guess Tamako, even though she has some animalistic nature, she's just gonna kind of look uncomfortably at the sensei for patting her on the head and slowly nod
All right. Well.
in a yes format.
All right. Well, you, Ginger, you're next.
Oh, my name is Kitagawa Suzume. And I rely on trickery in battle. Just wanted to become a ninja, really. There's nothing much to it.
That's it.
That's about it, yeah.
Rather simplistic of you. Well, I suppose you're last, weapon spec boy.
What does it matter what I became a ninja for?
This is merely to get to know you.
I mean, does it really matter though? I mean,
It
any
does
day
matter.
could go by and I could end up killing someone, or they could end up killing me.
You know, there's a saying within the shinobi world, and it's a rather dumb saying in my opinion. I'm rather pragmatic and practical, but it's something I do hold dear and clear to my heart. There's more to life than simply going about it. Because if you simply choose to go about it with the will of other people, you're not truly living. However, Yamada, yes, I read your file. You've racked up a bit of a reputation as being a troublemaker, and unfortunately, had I been younger, I would have clashed heads with you a lot. In fact, if you can believe it, I'm actually about 19? No, I turned 20 in Christmas. Yeah, I'm 20 years old. Now, you lose track of time once you become a Jonin. The days and years do fly by, as your drinks and other food are set back. So I'm going to ask you this once. What are your goals? What are your likes and dislikes and all that? If you don't give me a true enough answer, because I know you can talk unlike Tomoko here, then I won't reveal anything about myself. And you'll have a lackluster sensei experience. And unlike beforehand, where there's a possibility you might die under my tutelage, in this case, you will die.
So getting to know you will help me survive your tutelage.
I suppose so.
Huh. Let's just say I want to live. Dark for you.
Is that enough? I suppose that is enough. However, don't expect me to give my whole life story with this, as the meats and other ingredients are set down. The soup base is plopped into the pot, causing the air to fill with a rather aromatic mushroom scent. As he'll nod his hand, very well. My name is Nukumizu. You will simply refer to me as Nukumizu Sensei. As for my likes and dislikes, I like water and reading. As for my dislikes, I'm not telling you. As for my goals or ambitions, I don't really have one. I've seen it all, seen too much, seen too little, really. And any future dreams? Nah, gave up on those a while ago. But enough about me. Enjoy yourselves. because tomorrow hell shall begin. With that, the waitress sets down a plate of fries in front of him before he simply takes a bite and begins to eat, signaling, yes, you guys may eat. Enjoy yourselves. Cook as much barbecue as you want.
Cooking? Who said cooking? As Tamako is just gonna eat the meat raw.
Is she always like that?
Yes, so it seems.
Well,
You just see her grab both the sides of this giant steak and just try to rip a piece off.
if you can believe it, she was actually the rookie. She was actually the one who scored the highest amongst the four of you, in terms of the practical, the written, and the survival test. I'm actually shocked.
Well,
the tuning.
considering my score was a while back, I'm not exactly sure I remember what I made.
You're gonna see Nukamizu sort of just cringe internally as he goes, at least you did a lot better than Kitagawa. So.
That isn't comforting.
I suppose not. We're all a couple of rejects anyways. As he will begin to just sip. Before going, why are you guys so non-forthcoming with each other? You guys should talk more. It's time for enjoyment. Relax. Celebrate. You guys are ginning now. Or, well, soon to be ginning. As there's
I mean, I guess we could talk with each other more, but isn't there going to be that time when we all have to sit down and kill each other?
Why should we get to know each other if that's just going to happen anyways?
It's not that we have to kill each other, it's more that we have to kill others. Our squad isn't going to fight each other. We're not going to be doing infighting. We're going to be fighting other squads.
Well, squads become less apparent as you get higher in the ranks.
Yes and no. I think it depends. But it's all future discussion. For now, though, the sensei would be right. It'd do us a bit of favors to get to know each other. We'd act better in combat.
You could.
Must you always be this unfriendly?
I mean, I won't say I'm unfriendly.
But you're not friendly.
Yeah, I'm not. Why should I be? We're a squad for right now, but once again, well, more than not, and end up having to kill each other.
I suppose.
rather pessimistic this one is.
Well, it seems as if you need a reason for anybody to tell you anything, much less believe anything. If you keep being that way, going down that route, you might not be the best fit for a ninja.
Well, from what I understand, at least how the Mist sees it, the weak can just die and the strong can just live. Teamwork is not important as long as you're strong.
If you're talking about your individual, sure. I'm pretty confident in my own abilities. Think I can handle myself. After all, I pride myself on a perfect record. But that starts to come in jeopardy when I have to rely on others. I'd like to know that I'm relying on people that can get the job done.
Well, if I had to say, 3 strong ninja that haven't worked together before must definitely do better than 3 weak ninja that have.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see Nukamizu Sensei audibly, sort of choke on the current water he's drinking before he's just gonna gulp it back down. sort of shaking his head to
I mean-
himself.
The difference can be night and day. The 3 strong ninja could be the equivalent to Kages, and the 3 weak ninja would be equivalent to tunings. I don't know about you, I don't care how much those 3 tunings have worked together. There's no way there being those 3 Kages.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. As he's going to smile. to
Tamako.
himself.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Tamako is going to throw something at Yoshi.
You can go for it.
You know, just a piece of like fat. She's just gonna kind of toss it at you, and she's gonna look directly at you. She's gonna break her silence this one time. You stupid.
She does talk.
Suppose she does.
I could be seen as stupid, sure. But if I'm stupid, then someone must be the entirety of the mist.
I don't really care.
She's gonna sigh out very heavily at that comment, and she's gonna go back to munching down on her wonderful red meat.
As the rest of the team will sit in silence before the check has been drawn, you'll see your sensei open up his wallet, set down several bills, and give an extra bit of money to the waitress before going, "Thank you so much for serving us. I'll be back here with my usual, maybe some other time, and I hope to bring these 4, with me as well." He'll smile as the waitress will nod. "You're not gonna fail them, are you?" "Damn it," he'll sigh to himself. "You weren't supposed to reveal this whole point." Mizu's face hardens as he literally turns to the 3 of you. Well, the 3 of you who have decided were assigned his original squad. As he goes, "Did you know that only one teammate here, actually 2 teammates, as you'll look over to Tamako, got the point of being what I think being a ninja is? Believe it or not, while I do follow the Mizukage's rules, it's only to a certain degree. I do believe in the importance of teamwork as a shinobi. The second Mizukage also believed in that importance of teamwork. This whole culture of the Bloody Mist, while being propagated and beginning with him, it does not have to stay with him as time passes on. I do hope you all individually become strong shinobi. That's if," he pauses for dramatic effect, "you guys pass my test tomorrow. Be at the training grounds, more specifically training ground number 12, the one that faces the ocean, at 6:30 a.m. sharp. Failure to do so will result in automatically being kicked from the squad. Do not eat anything. Do not only bring yourself and any things you have that can be used as a weapon."
As Yoshi will kind of give a smirk, and I'll smile over to him and go, "All right, sir."
As, after paying, your sensei will walk out, leaving the 4 of you with filled stomachs, but also a sense of determination and just a little bit of fear. Disbarment.
I think
from,
Yoshi.
disbarment from the ninja program. That's rather harsh. What are your current thoughts?
Well, probably right now is just go home, go to bed, get some good sleep, wake up at a good time, and get ready.
Yeah.
Tamako has some inner thoughts. This is her inner monologue currently. She's thinking to herself, I don't understand why that one person is so selfish. I don't really understand it. even me, someone who, well, let's just say who hasn't had the best life and hasn't been too giving, can even understand what selflessness means. Yet he can't. I hope he gets humbled.
Any inner
As Tamako is actually going to start running.
All right.
You know, nightly run.
Just a nightly quick run.
I think the only thing on really Yoshi's mind is just the hope that this test will at least be more interesting than the practicals. And if he is going to fail, it's going to be a sign that at least makes sense to him. That was more of him being too weak than it was just, I guess, not too friendly.
Any
So I'll
thoughts?
probably head home and prepare.
Any other thoughts? Before we change to the next day.
I think so.
Definitely just gonna head off to sleep as early as I can, I guess.
All right. How wonderful. As I need both of you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
What's the DC on a wisdom save?
The DC is going to be 16.
Okay.
1d20 plus 5.
For a natural 1.
Yike.
Yikes. Ooh. It's your turn.
I'm goaded.
We've got
It's
yin and yang.
so
in our hands.
over.
A nat
It's
20 and
so
a nat 1.
Over.
Kitagawa, you will see him look into your eyes, his plain face morphing into that of your worst fear. Your whole mindscape is tormented by images of these, as you are frightened against him. You gain 1 rank of fear against him. Yep, you are considered to have the Frightened condition. As such, I am going to need, if you would wish to describe what Kitagawa sees, be that as it may.
Youch.
Kitagawa? Ouch! Actually, I'm gonna say 2 ranks of fear. Because of a nat
Oh,
1.
wow. Oh, what?
Because of a nat 1. And you're gonna take 4 psychic damage.
Yike.
Yeah, that is massive yike. Wow.
Well, give you a second to think about that. See what your worst nightmare is. It's actually your mother.
That would be something.
I mean, if you don't have one, you can always just say it's something like generic, like a clown. Or
It's hard to think of.
All good, all
I would
good.
just say it's like a bug.
A big bug.
Yeah, like a roach. I don't know about you, but if I saw
I was gonna go down that path of like spiders or something.
yeah, if I saw like a humanoid giant roach or some shit like that, I'd be pretty terrified.
Yeah, you essentially see the equivalent of Nukumizu Sensei get Gregard. He gets Gregard Samsa.
Gregor.
Damn.
Metamorphosis.
As you will literally take off running
Do not speak of that.
in fear. As he goes, well then, I'm impressed. At least you had the decency to, well, be more prepared. As he's going to hit you with his kunai for a 20.
I'm actually going to reaction that because that will smack the shit out of me if I don't. He's gonna go to hit me, as I'm gonna spend 5 chakra to do this. As what will happen is just before the attack hits, his attack actually goes right through my body, as it's like he just hit an after image.
Are you using
And
the substitution
I'll be-
jutsu?
no, I will be using swift release phase. As I'm going to take my chakra here. There you go. you'll hear is he'll begin to like hear my voice sort of echoing around him since I'm still like speed mode. A little too slow. I'm not like the others. Remember, I've got a bit more experience.
So it seems he's actually going to make an insight roll.
It's really hard to tell that this is like a release.
As he's going to
It
go...
looks-
He's gonna get you.
As he's going to go, Kekai Genkai of some sorts. Now that wasn't in your file.
I'm afraid you're wrong. Just me being fast. I trained for this.
Roll me a deception at disadvantage.
Damn, he's goated, huh?
He is pretty
He's
good.
goaded.
I'm not very good at deception.
Well, Barry, I rolled 2 nat 20s. You get executed right now.
Put him on trial. Put him
Can I
on trial.
argue- Can I argue illusions as they appear like after images of myself? Like clones
You
almost?
cannot.
Darn.
I think it's more specific because he's
Send
a
him to
Jonin.
trial.
Like, regardless of how fast you are, a Jonin is still a Jonin.
A Jonin is still a Jonin. He also
Fair enough.
partook in a war.
Fair
You,
enough.
you must remember that.
I know that, yeah, but it's not like this is a very easy Kekai Genkai to identify. It's very difficult. Wow. 21.
You do have disadvantage. You must remember that.
What's the DC?
The DC is what he...
14.
Yeah, the DC is what he rolled, insight-wise.
13.
He'll go...
Just barely.
Maybe, maybe not. However, I do know that is a Kekai Genkai of some sort. You needn't worry. I'm not gonna rat you out. I merely only want to see what each one of you guys are capable of.
Good. I won't hold back.
I felt after the point of this test was to come at me with the intent to kill. As it'll now be Kitagawa's turn. Kitagawa is completely frightened by Nukumizu Sensei, as they will, I imagine, stand there. And would you like to reattempt the saving throw?
Yeah.
I'm ratting on you. Oh, I said the bad name.
Is it gonna be charisma?
Firewire.
Wisdom.
What'd you say?
I'm ratting on you.
Oh. Person who can't even speak.
Yeah, he's actually gonna tell the Mizukage via charades.
Exactly. Hand seals.
Indeed.
For a 9, you gain an additional rank of fear, as you just can't keep imagining Nukumizu Sensei as this scared as this massive wall of spiders and other creepy crawlies. Bugs have never been your strong suit. So, you continue to, I assume, run away, unless you'd like to do something else with your turn.
Just run away because isn't that all I can do? Because I don't have any ranged jutsu.
Any attacks you were trying to make against it would be a disadvantage anyway, because you're frightened of him.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get out of harm's way, I guess.
You're
Wait, can I stealth?
You may. You may go ahead and stealth. I'm manifesting a nat 20 here on your end.
Oh boy.
Do I hear a nat 20 alert?
That's right on.
Hope. Let's hope. It's either hit or miss with me.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Not
You literally dig yourself a hole in the sand before covering
Okay.
yourself up in hiding.
All right. I mean,
Uh,
technically, you no longer have disadvantage on the saving throw. Well, not disadvantage, but technically you have. You can actually make the saving throw since you're not within line of sight.
That is right. As it's now Yoshi's turn.
Alright. First off, my bonus action is if I can use my feature correctly. And I can't. Of course I can't. Never can. So I roll attempt. Cut. As I'm gonna roll to hit. I'm gonna see if it works out. Okay.
Was that
23.
that will hit, or it would. You may narrate how you slice
well-
through him.
I will say, with how quick cut is, it is unreactable.
It is it now?
You are unable to react to it. Yes, it is part of it's one of its functions.
Go ahead
You're
and...
unable to react to the cut. So, Yoshi, as he's kind of like very much cut up and very much hurt, will kind of run over, and instead of kind of his eyes looking hazy from basically like the blood he's lost a little bit from getting cut real badly, he'll instead, his eyes will look very much alive as he'll do a swing, and while not very fast, doesn't have any wasted movement. So instead of just being overly fast, it was just hard to necessarily see, as there was nothing to really catch on to. As at the very beginning of initiative, I was also able to roll a d20 because of my trait, which is Battle Lust. I rolled a 12. An 11 or higher, I gain a Will of Fire. This happens only specifically when I'm fighting opponents who are my level or stronger. And what I'm also going to do is going to use this feature of Will and Fire to make it so Quick Cut automatically will do its maximum damage.
All right.
As, does he have the book out already?
He already has the book out.
He has the book out in one of his hands.
Mhm.
What he's going to attempt to do is to basically cut at his hand. With the intent to basically cut off his hand so he drops the book. As the damage on that will be... it's... 10... 60... Quick. It'll be, technically speaking, 35 damage, though I don't know if it initially matters.
It does not.
How much chakra does it cost, by the way?
Oh, Quick Cut, it is normal, just 5.
5 chakra? Yeesh.
That's because that's technically what a maximum damage roll on it would be because of the single Will of Fire I used.
Right, but we have jutsu costs, jutsu costs. We have jutsu damage here.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you're going to cut it in half if you can. I mean, it'd come out to a,
I don't really think it matters here. I think his hand's gone.
As you do
I
that,
don't think his hand's going to be gone. But...
he will smile as the clone will, as it'll come clear that this was a mere water clone. As Arata looks at the cut you made, the hand with the book dissipating entirely into water, leaving the two of you at a loss for words. Your sensei is unbelievably fast and unbelievably crafty, so how the hell are you supposed to hit him? How the hell are you supposed to get that book out of his hands? One of you...
We'll come to the conclusion that we can't.
I'm gonna look at you, Yoshi, as I'm gonna like look you up and down, sort of sizing up your injuries. Can you fight?
Of course I can.
Good. We're gonna need to identify where the real one is. He's just using clones. We can find where the real version of him is, where the actual book is. We know where to attack. I'm confident that my speed that I can keep him pinned down, prevent him from forming more clones. We just need to find where he is.
Icarus.
Oh, that is... Oh, yeah, my turn. I kind of look over to you and go, well, I have no real way of pinning them down. If you can, then would suggest it.
Just try and find where the real version is.
Kind of looking around. You might want to ask someone else about that.
Good idea. I'll flick over to Tomoko. Tomoko! You smelled the sensei, right? See if you can point out the real one. Water, I don't think, has the same scent.
All right. Would I be able to make... what would that be? I'm
A
trying to smell for him.
perception roll against his stealth roll. I'll argue, since you're
Perception
rather
roll.
animalistic, you have advantage.
Let's go.
We're thinking, boys. We're using our brain now.
We are thinking.
Duncan. Thinking,
Well, you're
Duncan.
not.
Thinking.
You're not.
No, I'm not thinking at all. I'm in the ground.
Nat 20 inbound. Watch this.
Nat 20 alert. Nat 20 alert. You do have advantage on the check, so you have to beat a 26.
At 20.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Alright.
You love this rip.
Let's do some more aura farming. And that one was an 18. Not bad.
As you're gonna
Oh.
sniff around, as you see your sensei currently reading a light novel. Make me another perception roll, Tomoko.
17.
You notice the clock on the test reads you guys only have roughly 10 seconds, roughly 30 seconds left.
Go on.
All the time. I'm fast.
Not real. It's been like 12 seconds. Not real.
I'm fast. I got this, guys. Don't worry. Just point them out.
As he goes,
Go on.
well, it's been fun. He will close the book. A grand finale. You'll see your sensei quickly weave 4 one-handed hand seals.
Ah, we're fucked.
As he'll
Oh,
go,
so we're cooked.
if you guys means to make me try to dodge this,
Wait, that was my action?
this is considered a cutscene almost.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
Yeah, I guess it would be called a cutscene, as he's going to weave
That's not good.
several one-handed hand seals before finally going water release, great shark bullet. It's at this time the genjutsu's effects wear off on Kitagawa, as water begins to form out of his very mouth, combining with plants itself, with moisture from the plants, before launching forward. You guys don't have enough time. What are you guys gonna do? You guys are gonna fail this test. No, worse. You guys are going to die.
Is this a moment where we get to come up with something? Because I got a plan.
Yes, this is. Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. In that case, what I'm gonna do here, seeing like almost like taking into bullet time as this jutsu's coming at us, I'm going to like start thinking like, all right, come on, there's gotta be a way. He's not invincible. And then I'll realize there's one trick I haven't used quite yet, as I'm going to use another taijutsu of mine. I'm going to use expedience, as it's going to make me even faster. As I'm going to focus my chakra, as my sort of speed after images will become more apparently, they'll become like disappearing and appearing rapidly, like more, as I'm going now, like double what I already was going double. As I'm going to move so fast that it's going to appear as if multiple after images are acting separately, but really I'm going from each of my teammates one by one, moving them manually, as I'm going to pick them up and launch them at the sensei before finally launching myself.
Directly into the water shark.
Nope, over.
Roll me a performance roll.
Fuck it, we ball. I'm dog
Bitterness
shit
for
at
the
performance. I'm pretty bad at performance, but hey, it's best we've got, right?
Well,
Sure, let me just pillar him.
9. Hey,
no.
I have an idea.
As you attempt to do that, the water shark is moving at fast speeds towards the rest of the group. You guys close your eyes, thinking your ninja career may very well be over after this. Hell,
Well, the only thing I'm gonna do, though, there's basically 0 chance I win it. I want to attempt to clash with the water shark.
oh,
you are?
Yeah.
Oh my...
Chakra bolt, my only clashing option.
if you can win this clash, I
I'm
can
gonna win this clash, bro. I'm passing out immediately afterwards and calling that dub. Even if I die.
I can move fast enough to get to him and hit the, one last ditch effort to try and hit the book out. If you can win the clash,
Dude, that is dubious at best. I have to
Everybody-
basically roll so absolutely high than him.
everybody human shield.
Everyone human shield. Okay, you wanna roll his
22.
his attack roll for me? I have to get that 20. Okay. The heart of the cards, guys. The heart of the cards.
Are you goated at ninjutsu?
I'm not
Oh,
good at
he,
it.
he goes flying.
No. Swear. I don't even know how you. I don't even know if there's any way I could even get an advantage on this. If my friends tell me swear in some way.
There
some way, somehow.
is. Remember, Kitagawa has an idea.
What's the bright idea, Kitagawa?
Is he still on the ground?
No.
He's on the ground, I think.
Kitagawa is right next to your guys as the genjutsu.
No. I'm asking if the sensei is still on the ground.
He is.
And would you say that I'm still in the ground?
No.
No.
You did get out of the ground because you're now no longer frightened, thanks to the images of your sensei just being this grotesque, hideous spider monster have faded from your own mind.
I mean, I could have also just stayed in the ground.
That too. That too.
The only thing I can think of is finding some way to clear a path.
Well, I believe Kitagawa has a clashing jutsu they told you about.
You have the shield. You have the water shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Swear, my clash delay gives them
Mr.
advantage on their
DM, man,
clash.
I sent you a DM.
So maybe you can clash with the water shield because we already got one field clash. It might be weakened.
Yeah, damn, we argue that my clash maybe weakens the water just a tiny bit.
Did you like go flying after you clashed that, or?
No, but like I have like one chakra.
It's also a reaction, I can say.
Hold on, Mr. DM, man, can I argue either chakra or ninshao?
Chakra control, actually.
Eek. Or watch this nat 20 alert. Okay, it wasn't nat 20, but
It wasn't exactly nat 20able. However, you're gonna sort of see ice begin to form alongside a water shield that Kitagawa puts up as the water shark bomb twists through the air before roaring loudly. Its eyes a golden yellow before it begins to crash down. This is enough of an opportunity to give you Yoshi to remake that check at advantage.
please. Please.
Yoshi,
No.
you can make this clash check using your Buki Jutsu mod.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh my god.
Do it!
Life's good now, guys.
But
Life's good.
afterwards,
You are clashing, essentially.
afterwards,
three-way clash.
you will pass out from your severely
Are you
weakened
saying I can
state.
like clash my sword? That'd be insane.
The
Yeah,
chakra bolt
go on.
will form around the sword, sort of.
Oh my god, no way. Okay. Anything like advantage or just one pure roll?
Advantage.
Advantage? Okay. 1 and 2. 24.
The water shark bomb explodes, and you, in last-ditch effort, as it crashes down, you remember the efforts of your supposed squad. As the timer sort of beeping doesn't mean anything to you. You guys are about to die. If you would like to narrate what Yoshi thinks before he splits the water shark, go ahead and do so.
I would say thinking about this in Yoshi's mind, in like a life or death situation, he kind of just thinks about how this can't end yet for him. He thinks about how he can't end up like his parents before him. He can't be as weak as them. As the kind of chakra will coat the sword as in the same motion, kind of similar to how he hit the clone earlier, he will do like a straight up like vertical slash as the chakra shark will kind of split and then like kind of just dissipate on both sides of everyone. As afterwards, his bleeding will be a lot more apparent. He is entirely out of chakra, and kind of his last thoughts just kind of being strength. Like in his mind, he's just kind of thinking, "Be strong," as he then falls over.
Nukumizu Sensei will walk over before looking rather annoyed as he approaches you. The timer has run out. As he will approach all of you and simply say, "You pass." Congrats on becoming Genin. The village hidden in the mist original requirement for being Genin was, of course, to kill your comrades. But I'm deciding to do something a little different. I don't necessarily like the Mizukage. That's why I won't be ratting out certain individuals on this team. As he looks around, he will stamp your info cards, each of yours, be smirking rather proud of yourself. The point of this test, on my end, was to gauge your teamwork. It seems it had a rocky start, but some of you guys were willing to work with each other. At least, eventually work with each other, as you can look over to Yoshi's unconscious body. I'll take him home. You guys go get some rest. Oh, and tomorrow, you guys will officially be going on your first mission. So be ready, as he will body flicker into mist away, as that will be the end of tonight's session. Congratulations, Squad 14.